All right, so we are going to do the actual roll pattern, how to roll a beach wave wig. And this is the beach wave. It's kind of a curl that's kind of twisted as it's rolled around the roller. These are my rollers, so I'll just put that there. All right, and we will begin with that. So our rollers are about the size of a nickel. And what we're going to do is take thin sections. We're going to roll the wig first. And ideally what you're going to do is roll the entire wig first. And then after you've rolled the entire wig, then you can go back through and you're going to steam it to heat it up and reshape the curl. But I'm in quarantine in my cabin and I don't have a steamer in here. So I'm not going to do the steaming process with you. The steaming process is all the same. We've already talked about the steaming process in another video. So after you roll it, you're just going to hold the steamer on each curl, each roller for 10 seconds, right above it, just so that it heats up. And then you're going to just work your way around, hitting each roller so that everything gets heated up. And then you'll allow it to cool for 45 minutes. All right, so here's my first section. My section is not a big section. It's not a thick section. It is the length of the hair, so it's a long section. You can't use really thick sections because the rollers are only so big, and you're not going to have enough roller to wrap all the hair around. So, all right, we're going to take our section, get it nice and smooth, brush out the tangles, and instead of like the regular way that you roll hair, where you start at the, let me re-angle this, where you start at the end of the hair and then you wrap and work your way back to the root. We're going to start at the root and we're going to twist and roll and work our way to the end of the hair. I'll show you. So let me smooth this out again. Excuse my hair bonnet. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Just woke up. All right. Here's my section. All right, we're going to, I put my finger in the roller like this, and then I lay the roller against the wig block or the wig head, and I just start to wrap and I twist, wrap and I twist around the roller. I'm going to do it on my finger first so that you can see what I'm talking about. So if my finger were the roller, I'm going to hold it, wrap, and I'm twisting the hair. Wrap, twisting the hair. Wrap, twisting the hair all the way down and trying not to overlap, so that it's almost like a candy cane where it's one row, next row, next row, next row, everything in a line, and they're not sitting on top of each other. All the rows are not sitting on top of each other. And then I would pin this roller into the wig block. So start at the base, hold the roller, hold, wrap, and you got to make sure you hold it tight at the base so that you can get good tension. Wrap, and it might be better if you can pin the sections that you're not working with out of the way, because I'm catching a lot of the hair and it's getting in the way. So I'm gonna reclip the fringe up and away from me so that I have this section here, and that's all that I'm working with. All right. Hold it at the base, wrap, hold it at the base, wrap, wrap, twisting as I go. All right, the very ends, it's going to be difficult to wrap that part. I always just wrap it as much as I can and leave the very tip of it. Or if it fits, go ahead and wrap it under. Oh gosh, it keeps coming undone. All right. All right, there we go. I still have this little tail piece right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this to the wig head, to the block. I pin at the base, at the bottom, and I'll pin closer to the root just to secure the entire roller. So move your finger out of the way so that you can pin this down without sticking yourself with the pin. All right, so here's the little piece. This little piece that's sticking out right here. When you start steaming this, 10 seconds on each roller. So if this were the steamer, 10 seconds. This is gonna heat up, and then you will be able to kind of wrap this little piece when it's hot. And when it's kind of wet with the steam, you can wrap this under so that that gets a little bit of a curl too. All right, so then we'll go on to our next section. Smooth it. It'll get easier. This wig head keeps swiveling. If you run into a problem with the wig head swiveling on the base because of the angle, you can always take like a towel or, let's see, I have a scarf here. I'm gonna put a scarf underneath, or you can take a towel and it will keep it from swiveling on you because it'll take up the extra space in the little hole underneath. So, all right, so this came undone, and that's mainly just because we're not using any steam. So I'm just gonna tuck this back under just so it's out of the way for the video. All right, and we'll go on to our next section. Next section, smooth it. Pin the rest out of the way. All right, here's our roller. We're gonna hold it at the base and we're gonna wrap it. Wrap, twist, wrap, twist, wrap, twist, all the way to the end. All right, here's the little piece at the end that's kind of hanging. You can try to tuck it under. If it doesn't reach, then you can probably get it with the steam and take a rat tail comb and kind of just tuck it underneath. And before you let go, move your finger out, make room for the pin to go through without sticking yourself. Pin it at the base of the roller and then pin it at the top of the roller. So I'll take my finger out of here, pin it at the top. Continue working our way around. I'll do a couple more because I think you get the point. My sections are not thick because the thicker the section, the more hair you're working with, and you will run out of space on this little 3-inch roller. So, next section, take a brush and brush out the tangles. You got it. Base, hold, wrap, twist, wrap, twist, wrap, twist, wrap, twist, wrap, twist, and see if you can hold that little end piece, the little tail underneath. And then I try to secure it. And if you secure these where they're all right next to each other, it will also hold this in place and keep it from unraveling as well. So I try to pin them so that they are all touching and in a row. Let me get my finger out of there. That way, the tension of these next to each other keeps it tight while I steam so that they don't start to unravel. Let's do like 2 or 3 more. Next section. This is a thick section. I feel like I'm going to need to separate this and split this in half. It's a lot of hair. All right. Just tucking the little end piece under. Pin it. Take my finger out and pin it. All right, and that's how you roll it. Got to stop the video. I think I have to do a PCR test.